And back now with something new we are calling Drive the Future. It's focusing on young innovators with growing concerns over energy and pollution. We start with a unique competition, the Shell Eco Marathon, which urges future engineers to go farther with less energy. And we recently caught up with a group of students from North Carolina who are rising to that challenge. Speed isn't necessarily the name of the game in this marathon.
We popped a tire.
It's not a race to the finish line, it's a race to efficiency.
10.35.
100 teams, roughly 1,000 competitors from high schools and universities will gather in Detroit this weekend for Shell's Eco Marathon, a truly unique challenge to design, build, and drive the ultimate energy-efficient vehicle.
This has been one of the best experiences of my life. I mean, you learn so much doing this.
In Greensboro, North Carolina, students at James B. Dudley High School are putting the finishing touches on their entries.
I'll let you test it and I'll look.
For the last 5 years, Ricky Lewis, an automotive instructor at Dudley High, has been coaching teams in his free time.
I feel like we win every time we go. Part of the challenge is getting there. Everybody has the same rules, but when they show up to the competition, everybody's car looks different. Get in, Santa.
Everyone has the same rules, but not everyone has the same funding. Many of Dudley's students come from modest means. There's no school funding for this after-school club. Limited sponsorships don't cover the $20,000 cost of the trip.
The money part is a big challenge.
Mr. Lewis has fronted some of his own money to make it happen.
My credit cards are, I get the phone calls, hey, you up to your limit? Screw that in tight. No.
So on his team, ingenuity is the greatest resource.
This right here, this is actually pipes that we picked up on the side of the road.
Nearly everything in the team's cars are recycled. Auto bodies made from old sleds, crutches, and walkers, transformed into vehicles that will be submitted in 2 categories: prototype, futuristic cars for maximum efficiency, or urban concept, practical designs for the road.
Did you put them on before you cut it?
Deborah Vincent has been a team advisor from the start.
The biggest thing I've seen with the kids is the growth in their confidence. A lot of the kids do not have opportunities that some other families might have.
Over the years, the team has seen students from around the world. Sana Togol came to the United States from Sudan 2 years ago.
I want to be an engineer.
Learning engineering and English together. Her goals are simple.
To win.
Joanna Ziegler says on this team, gender stereotypes are left at the door.
Ever since I was 3, I've been collecting the toy cars. I love to go into mechanical engineering, and I really want to go to MIT.
These students are learning so much more than how to build a car.
Learning how to think for myself.
Teamwork, you have to communicate with somebody else.
They're involved with real-world problem-solving adventures.
An adventure and a unique race where getting to the starting line is considered a win.
It does feel good, especially when you see it take off.
We want to say good luck to our friends at Dudley High School. By the way, we're now joined by some of the winners from last year's Shell Eco Marathon. This is Team Sullivan High School from Sullivan, Indiana. We've got Coach Brian Wagaman, Nathan, Brandon, Eric, and Team Advisor Brandon Small with us. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Coach, I'll start with you. Tell me now, you got to put it in layman's terms.
Okay.
Tell me what you guys are working on this year and what your hopes are.
Well, we're competing in Detroit, of course, at the Shell Eco Marathon, and we've actually brought 2 cars to Detroit this year. One is a prototype in the diesel class, and the other is the Urban Concept, which is a little bigger car. The Urban Concept is our new car this year, and so that's the first year that we'll compete with it.
It is a beauty. We're seeing a live picture of it right there on our plaza. Brandon, you're the advisor on this team. You actually started this out of your classroom, your engineering classroom 8 years ago. What does it mean to the kids? Why is this such an important competition?
Well, I started this as just as a educational tool so that my students could apply the things they were learning in class, like science, technology, engineering, and math, to a real-world application, to a project. And so, the kids, whenever you throw the word competition into it, then they're all about it and they get really excited.
Yeah, and Nate, you guys obviously got a trip to New York. That's not too bad. You're the spokesperson for your students on the team. Has this been an exciting experience?
Oh yeah, it's a great experience. I'm really proud of everyone on the team, and it's not just us 4 that are involved in this, it's the entire team in Detroit and back home.
And that's a point that Brian and Brandon, you make, that actually this work that's happening is the continuation of work that started 8 years ago with this team, right, Coach?
Right. It's this is an engineering competition. So in the spirit of innovation, we have started 8 years ago, and every year we learn something more, and that's how we become successful.
Well, you've been successful. It's great to have you here, and we love seeing those your creations there. So good luck at the competition, and thanks for being here.
Thank you.